What's up guys and welcome. You're watching Fazi Fitness. So let's start this video with Justin Rodriguez, whose fate at this year's Arnold Classic is one of the biggest question mark. So Justin at his best can be in the top 5, but if he is even slightly off, he can drop down to the lowest placing as well. So most of the people will look at his 11 days out physique update and they would say that he is still behind. But if you have followed Justin's career, if you have followed any of Justin's prep, then you must know that his physique changes the most in the last week. He isn't one of those guys who looks ready 4 or 5 weeks out of the shoot. So all the work is done, and now it is really up to his coach to bring him in like the Arnold Classic 2021, especially the way he showed up at the pre-judging. That physique will still do very well even in a lineup like this. He isn't gonna look smaller standing next to anyone in this year's Arnold Classic lineup. In fact, he will probably be one of the biggest and widest guys on the stage. So he won't have the smallest waist for sure. But when he hits the shot, when he is in the shot, he has a nice flow, especially when he is truly on, especially when he peaks right. So almost every update he has posted during this year's Arnold Classic prep, that has been very promising. So do you guys think he can crack top 5 or top 6? Do let me know in the comments below. The persistence of former classic physique Mr. Olympia Breon is so inspirational. 2 years ago we thought that he's gonna slide down at the Olympia placings and he will be out of the top 5. But he has been just proving everyone wrong. He has been 4th in the world for 2 years in a row now. But his confidence this time going into this year's Arnold, that is just different. It's mainly because of the increase in the classic physique weight cap that allowed him to come in at his all-time best since winning the title for the very first time. That happened back in 2017. So this prep is different because unlike the Olympia last year, where he made the decision of staying in classic physique just a few weeks out of the shoot, and still the appreciation that he received after the Olympia where people had him as high as top 3, beating a guy like Urs, that just eliminated the idea of ever switching to 212 class. So do not be surprised if Breon surpasses his Olympia physique at the age of 44, and maybe he might be able to beat Urs as well. Glad to see the 7 times Mr. Olympia and one of the most dominant champions in the history of the sport, Phil Heath, looking healthy and in great spirits and enjoying his workouts. So people always said that Phil Heath will be appreciated a lot more once he retires. Because the thing is, the fans always love the underdog. And Phil Heath was so dominant in his reign. He was winning every Olympia with such dominance that it became kinda boring and people started to think of him as a villain. Because at that time, everyone, his fans, the bodybuilding experts, the haters, everybody just knew that if Phil Heath was on, it is gonna be game over, it is gonna be lights out. So if you take a look back at his career, in my opinion, there wasn't even a one win that was controversial. And a lot of people said that Kai Green had him in 2014. And maybe Kai did beat him during the prejudging. But there was a reason Phil Heath was called Mr. Saturday Night. He was so perfect during the finals of his most Olympia appearances that he would just shut the door for everyone. The version that he brought in 2013, that just doesn't get enough credit. Because if you guys remember, Phil Heath was sent back in line after just one comparison. Because he was just so far ahead of the pack that the only question at that time was who is gonna be second. So definitely one of the most dominant Olympia winners of all time. So hit the thumbs up button if you liked the video. And smash the subscribe button if you wanna come back for more. Thanks for watching.